The guard pair, Walker and Brown. Daniel Tice out there with Thompson. And it's Tatum in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, the stars of this team on the wing, George and Leonard. Ibaka is out there with Batum, and it's Jackson in at the 1. Candace, when you look from afar, how do you think Paul George mixed with his Los Angeles Clippers teammates?
I really love the way that they played in the regular season. Last year, the playoffs, I do believe, were a different story. I don't know if they were really playing some of their best basketball, which matters when you hit that point in the season. You want to be playing your best basketball. Paul George and Kawhi missed a lot of time, so I don't know if they really were healthy. And when they were healthy and everybody was playing, their record was unbelievable.
It was.
There's going to be a lot of questions that get thrown out in any team that loses. They want to know the answer right away, and they want to know who to blame. And unfortunately, they're blaming Paul George right now. But to be honest with you, I think that the LA Clippers are going to regroup, and they're going to learn about each other and gain that chemistry.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And the first one drops. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And here's Boston. And here's Thompson. 17 points in his last outing. Here's Tatum. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, and I love how strong Tatum is finishing through the contact there. He's shown a real toughness in terms of when he gets in attack mode.
Now, here is George. Coming off a solid outing against Cleveland. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Brown drives in. Here's Tice. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
And Candace, I know you had a basketball in your hands from a very early age. Talk about the love you have for the game.
Kevin, I have loved basketball ever since I can remember. I grew up in a basketball family, and my 2 older brothers, I just wanted to do and be everything that they did and were. And many a Saturdays, I was going along for the ride to the basketball court and just hoping that they would allow me to take a couple shots in between their games.
And they were both older than you. Am I correct?
Yes, they were so much older than me, 8 and 11 years, and I was just their little sister that just wanted to play, to play with my older brothers.
Right. The Celtics have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And Thompson throws it down.
Tristan Thompson with some force on that one.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Leonard looking around. Jackson passes to George. That 3 off the mark. Celtics leading by 6. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Thompson sets the pick for Tatum.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
George dishes to Ibaka. Got a piece of it. Left side, Batum. 5 on the clock. From about 19 feet, Los Angeles with another miss.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Tatum drives in, and it's good for 2. Tatum's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. He's been preparing to deal with Kemba Walker's quickness. Coach said to have any chance to contain him, we have to play great team defense. Always have someone ready to help and bring that help fast. He thinks it's an issue that might decide tonight's game. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And we're seeing the NBA and the WNBA, Candace, make use of social media to broadcast games. How critical do you think that is in your estimation?
You have to take advantage of social media. That's where the world is going. It is about connections. It is about the NBA and the WNBA connecting with their fans, and you're able to do that. I mean, when we were growing up, can you imagine being able to shoot your idol a direct message or have your tweet retweeted? It's unbelievable, and social media is allowing fans access to their favorite players.
So it's the Clippers now, following the bucket by the Celtics. George against Brown. Can they get it? And George gets it to go.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers, a skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Now here's Tatum. He had 27 points last game.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Outside, George buries the long-range jumper.
I like how Paul George right now is reading the defense like a Sunday paper, has a good feel as to when to fire from distance.
And there's the pass to Tice. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Another part of the game tonight where they've been effective is to get points in the paint.
Clippers trail by 8. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Launches a 3. That shot is off. Now Boston takes it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
A matchup that only happens twice a year. These interconference battles can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this one will be for sure. Interconference matchups are always pretty fascinating just because of timing on scouting and how often you watch teams like this affect some of the unpredictability of the East-West battles.
Outside, George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Brown. George against Brown. And that one's good. George has got 7 points in the game.
That's why you want a guy like Paul George on the floor. Get him the ball. He has great clock awareness and no panic.
Pass to Tatum. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them. And a new WNBA collective bargaining agreement ratified at the start of 2020. Would you say it's a step in the right direction in your view?
I definitely think it's a step in the right direction. We needed a new CBA. We needed a CBA that both the WNBA and the players could be proud of. And this is about growing the game of basketball. And as you know, in order to make money, on a product, you have to invest. And that's what this CBA was based on.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Clippers. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. They have a 9-point lead. And Brown now atop the key. Going inside and finished off by Brown.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game a loss to the Kings. Walker the pass to Thompson. Inside, it's stolen by Ibaka. Brown against George. Pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Walker looking for an opening. Brown against George. Here's Tice, and Tice throws it down.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for Boston. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Semi Ojeleye comes in for Daniel Tice. And it's Teague in for Kemba Walker.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Now here's Williams. He had 15 points last outing. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And we're seeing now about a third of the NBA teams with female coaches on their staffs, including a lot of WNBAers. Becky Hammon, Teresa Weatherspoon, and Christy Tolliver. So great to see, isn't it, Candace?
It's great to see. I obviously would like there to be more, and I think it is coming. But at the same time, I think basketball is basketball. And just having an opportunity and to be judged not as a female basketball player, but as a basketball player. And knowledge of the game, you're not going to meet anybody like Becky Hammon. She knows the game of basketball. She's played it at a very high level, and she's been able to learn about the game of basketball under one of the best coaches ever to coach NBA.
Being in that San Antonio process down there with all the different things they do so well has been terrific for her and certainly for them.
Definitely. I think it's a huge advantage, and, you know, not asking people to not hire men, but just give the opportunity to the ladies as well.
Here's Kennard after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Over Brown, again Los Angeles.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 6. Shoots a fader. And it's Boston with another.
And look at the focus. I mean, Tatum's not going to allow the defense to overwhelm him. Simply keeping his eyes on the bucket there and cashing in down low.
Here is Williams. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
That's tipped. Clippers trail by 8. Zubac a screen on Tatum. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer, no good. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Williams against Teague. And the rejection by Zubac. Back to Williams. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. In the corner, it's Morris. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Morris has got 5 points so far.
Well, he's just gifted with the basketball, and that includes making plays. Lou Williams spotting a man that time.
On the wing, Brown. Lets it go. Drained for 2 points. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Morris with a screen on Teague. And Williams, here we go. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Right now, no shaking Sweet Lou. When he's close to the basket, he's good at looking off the defense.
Outside Teague, passes it to Brown. And the rejection by Zubac. Now here's Williams. Jacks up a three. Here's Zubac, and we'll be back with you shortly. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, it's a physical game, obviously, but, a lot of it is mental. So, just, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, Leonard and Morris are up in the forward positions. Williams is out there with Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the center, walking down the middle.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Zubac. And Candace, many of us never get to experience what it feels like to be a champion like you. It's something you've accomplished at almost every level that you've ever played in and on. And I would imagine that feeling is it sometimes indescribable.
It wakes you up at night. It's like that pain in your stomach when you're fighting for something and you know you got to put everything into it. There's been a number of people been able to experience that feeling, and there's nothing like it. And then once you experience, guess what, Kevin? You want to experience it again. And so you wake up again every single morning to accomplish that goal.
You are as true a champion as I think has ever taken the 2K microphone and put it on. I really believe it.
Thank you.
Now, here's Nesmith, defended by George. Here's Teague with the drive. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
No doubt you can see Teague get hit, but what focus to be able to knock down the shot afterwards.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Free throw, no good for Teague.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And the basket by Jackson.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now, here's Tice. 11 points last game. Here's Nesmith. 2 points. That one goes. And the Celtics lead by 5. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Boston leading by 5. And in the NBA, Candace, we're seeing the move to positionless basketball. Pace and space and such fluid motion on the offensive side. How much are those changes happening at the women's level?
I believe they happened at the women's level a long time ago. Coming in, it wasn't known for a 6'4" player, a 6'5" player to handle the ball and to be able to move and play in space. When I was coming up, it was like, if you're tall, go stand by the basket and put it in. And now we're seeing in the WNBA, especially with the rules, with defensive 3 seconds, how much it is a luxury to have a player with size that can space the floor, that can dribble, that can pass and do those things. And so obviously the NBA is getting attention, but I think the WNBA is, we've been doing that for a little bit of time.
Fun to watch, I know that.
It's fun to play when you're not just putting in layups, I'll tell you that.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the 3-pointer by Boston. Outside Teague. Tice trying to break free. Neesmith. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 8. Feeds it to Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Morris a screen. Fires the 3. Leonard no luck. Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Teague the pass to Williams.
Hey, right here.
Back to Teague. Williams a screen on Jackson. And Teague, here we go.
Well, there's always this talk about Jeff Teague and his speed on display there as he attacks with that opportunity.
And he's just had 1 attempt at the line earlier. Clippers trail by 11. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Leonard attacking, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot and one.
Candace, we're starting to see some of the top defensive teams use the zone. Talk about the strengths and the weaknesses of the zone defense, and do you think it could possibly grow any more in popularity than it is now?
Well, honestly, the game is changing. As we've seen with three-point shooting, a lot of people are giving up layups to be able to defend the three-point line. And now with the zone defense, you saw it go out of style for a number of years. But now it seems like with the length and the athleticism that teams are able to play with, it's interesting. Miami even decides to put some of their bigs up top and putting their smalls underneath the basket. And so you're going to see that teams are going to start tweaking and playing different types of zone and not just the stereotypical 2-3 zone.
Now here's Teague. 7 points in the game. Outside Leonard. Dishes it to Jackson. Back to Leonard. Stolen away. The pass to Tice. Outside Teague, and the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
Clippers trail by 8. Jackson finds George. And Leonard has it in the corner. Hands it from downtown. Leonard's got 15 points.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Williams kicks to Ojale. Teague feeling it out a bit, and the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Clippers on defense, trailing by 5. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And that one against the Pistons, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
First one falls for him.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
So he gets them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Here's Leonard. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Tice with a screen on Jackson. Teague the pass to Tice. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Boston shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
That's good from Tice. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. And a change for the Celtics. Thompson's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Clippers trail by 7. Outside Leonard. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
And a moment to see numbers for Nicholas Batum. Last season's performance for him. Averaged 3 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes, can find the creases with that handle.
Now here's Nesmith from 7. And Thompson kicks to Ojale. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Some changes for Boston. Brown comes in for Semi Ojeleye. And it's Kemba Walker in for T. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game. George finds Leonard. Ibaka sets the pick for Leonard. Batum wide open. He fires. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Ibaka dishes to George.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Nesmith, the pass to Thompson. Kicks to Walker. Pass to Nesmith for the three. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
The 11-footer. Walker with some nice D. The Celtics with the lead. Brown feeling it out a bit. Nesmith, the pass to Walker. 5 to shoot. He takes it in, and the rejection by Ibaka. To the paint. Here's George. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Leonard. George with the screen on Thompson. Leonard attacking.
I love the patience, the tactical mindset of Leonard. He's so good at picking his spots, especially on the pick and roll.
Here's Walker. Passes to Brown. They need this one, and it's good on the layup. Brown's got his third basket of the night.
The defense has no answer for Brown. When he's dribbling the ball, his teammates know they are in good hands.
And the Clippers call time here. You have to like what we're seeing, guys, from Daniel Theis.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Zubac. Here's Mann. Now the pass to Batum. Here's Mann. Screen by Zubac. Mann gets the bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside, Walker. He feeds it to Williams. Stolen by Zubac. Kennard with the ball. Picked up by Brown. And that's good. Luke Kennard for three. Kennard's got the lead up to 3 now. It's for Los Angeles. Walker dishes to Thompson. Brown outside. A 15-footer. And it's off the back rim. No good. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 20-6 run. Batum sets a screen for Williams. Driving inside. Count it.
Pretty good mid-range player there. The touch from Lou Williams, especially on those kind of jumpers, that one's on the money.
Walker with it. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Los Angeles leading by 5. Now Kennard. 8 points for him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've also racked up a ton of points off of turnovers so far in tonight's game.
First free throw is good. That one misses. Celtics trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Brown finds Tatum. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And you love that offensive mindset from Tatum. Relentless when it comes to scoring.
Williams passes to Zubac. Here's Mann. Pass to Kennard. Fires the 3. Kemba Walker comes up with the loose ball. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. And that will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road.
Justin Thompson straight to the rack and taking care of the ball as well.
Candace, always great to get your insights. Wish we could do this more often.
Yeah, I wish we could do this more often. Kevin, we're going to have to. When I hang up the shoes, I'll definitely be at the table a lot more.
We will welcome you with open arms. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Brent, it's incredible how quickly Candace became a force in broadcasting.
As a player, she was the first overall pick in the draft. She won the league MVP in her first season in the WNBA. No surprise that Candace Parker is an all-star behind the mic.
Marcus Morris has checked in for Nicholas Batum. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of the game. Out to Morris from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum looking around. Brown dishes to Tatum. Pass to Thompson. And here is Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Tatum. Kept alive. The kick out to Walker. Outside Tatum. Second shot opportunity. Back to Walker. From past the arc. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Walker's got 5 now.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And here is Williams. With the floater. And he lays it up and in. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
Delicate with the floater there, up over the top. It's like Lou Williams has shot that one before.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, and making good decisions about the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. It's been quite a night so far for him. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, we can't look past the work that their reserves have done tonight. There was a big difference between the teams in terms of points off the bench. And that could be a big factor in close games. When you can lean on your bench for offense, it's a nice advantage.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They played some solid team basketball, Arnie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit, and they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. On the court right now for the Celtics. Brown on the wing. He's paired with Tatum. Tristan Thompson is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. The 3 from Tatum. Here's Thompson, and he converts the layup. Thompson's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Celtics.
Well, if there's 100 play calls that they have, Tristan's probably got 0 of them. He just goes in there and gets it done himself.
And Ibaka kicks to George. Tatum against Leonard to the inside. Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
A little awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Walker the pass to Tice. Thompson outside. Celtics passing it around. Passes it to Tatum. Over Ibaka. And the basket by Tatum. Tatum's got 12 points in the game. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. Most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Walker dishes to Thompson. The pass to Tatum. Thompson sets the pick for Tatum. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Here's Leonard, and he elevates with a slam. Thompson did not like that.
Just remarkable what he's able to do. Leonard, with a guy draped all over him, still able to convert.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Tatum. High arcing shot. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in. And now a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, it's nice to see Paul George make a read, be in the right position to collect that loose ball and do something with it.
Tatum kicks to Brown. Trying to get open is Thompson. Brown, good. Brown's got 8.
And that's where Brown is at his best, a muscular beast who loves finishing strong through the contact. And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency.
Now here's Thompson. 12 points for him. From deep, Walker. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Batum. On the wing, George. Battles through traffic and lays it in. He's got 11. And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Semi Ojeleye comes in for Daniel Tice. Nesmith, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Teague in for Kemba Walker. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
Here's Ojeleye. Poked away. Tatum passes to Ojeleye. Teague against Jackson for the lead. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Sinks the triple.
The improved touch of Jackson, especially from range, now making him a multi-dimensional threat.
Teague dishes to Tatum. Passes it to Nesmith. 3-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Batum a screen on Tatum. The drive by Jackson and the rejection by Tatum. Here's Nesmith. The pass to Tatum. And he uses the glass on the layup. Tatum's got 17.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot capitalize and continue to be aggressive.
Celtics trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Jackson. Outside, George. Here's Leonard. Back to George. Zubac with the screen for George. Count it, and the foul. It goes on Aaron Nesmith. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Clippers.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
And it's a feel-good night from behind the three-point line, racking up a ton of threes.
That free throw good from George.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story. Well, we've seen it. We've seen Kawhi Leonard mature and improve right before our very eyes. But one area where he was already pretty good was coming in at the free throw line.
He hits the second from the line. Teague with the ball. 13 points in the game. The dish to Tatum. Poked loose. Leonard with the steal. Nobody near George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Leonard. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Now Teague. Pass to Tatum, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Teague against Williams. Shoots from 14.
Like to see when an offensive player takes some pride in the defensive play. Nice job by Lou Williams sticking to his man there.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son Six in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we can start to chisel out the Sixth Men of the Year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
And he makes the first. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Williams, a screen on Williams. To the right side. Here's Ogilvy. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Ogilvy's got 6.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Here's Leonard. That one, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. Outside Tatum. And the shot goes down. And now it's just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Williams scanning the floor. Leonard against Tatum. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Foul on Boston.
And we all know what a tough cover Kawhi has become. The defender got caught in a bad position and is kicking himself for it now.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
And the Celtics making a change here. Williams is checked in. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Tatum. 19 points in the game. Pass to Williams. He kicks it to Tatum. 4 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Lou Williams. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point lead. He dishes it to Morris. Great D that time from Tatum.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
From outside, off the mark. Clippers leading by 6. Morris finds Williams. Lets it go from deep. A rebound by the Celtics. And here is Neesmith. Pass to Ogilvy. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now here's Williams. To the middle. Here's Zubac. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Teague. That one falls. Teague's got 6 in the quarter.
Just a stellar job from Jeff Teague to get hit and still possess the wherewithal to finish off the play.
Teague against Williams. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Williams has a screen for Teague. 1:12 left in the third quarter, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Brownie's checked in for the Celtics. .111 left to play in the third. Here's Ogilvy. Lays it up off the glass. Ogilvy's got 8 points.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
Now here's Williams. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no, okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Boston making a switch here. Tice is checked in. And Williams no good on that one. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Now, here's Kennard. And there's the drive. Just 5 on the clock. No coverage that time. Morris has got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Here's Brown. Tice with a screen on Kennard. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. 16 points for him. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Right back after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Celtics trail by 7. Paul George is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Mann in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. There's the triple. Drills it from outside. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Round the pass to Ojala. Takes it inside. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Los Angeles. Teague finds Tice. Here's Ogilvy. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers leading by 10. And the pass to Ibaka. It's deflected. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
On defense, the Celtics. Here's man. Can't cash in from close range.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Teague with the ball, guarded now by Morris. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play, going to the line for one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good. Teague. Jackson with it. Down low, and Morris throws it down.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Teague kicks to Ojale. Pass to Williams. Here's Teague. The rebound by Paul George. George has got 5 rebounds tonight. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Now Teague. Brown outside. Over in the corner, Williams. Shot clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, easy call.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Walker comes in for Jeff Teague. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And there's the feed to Leonard. And yes, it's good. Leonard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Now, what a game by Leonard, but you wouldn't know it by the way he's reacting out there. Just stone-faced, but getting the job done.
Tice sets a screen for Tatum. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Tatum's got 21 in the game.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Ibaka finds Jackson. From deep, George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now here's Tatum. This is to Brown. Pass to Williams. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Tatum. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers leading by 11. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. George, no good. The Celtics have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Wasted no time on that one. 24 points for him.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second 3 of the half.
Ibaka, this is to Leonard. George against Brown. Left side, George. Shoots over Brown. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, Paul George is tall, as he got that length, but he also has a high release point, so that helps him get a few more shots off without the contest bothering him.
Leonard with the steal. On the wing, Jackson. But they get it back. George finds Jackson. Teardrop shot. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Passes it to Tatum. Williams sets a screen for Tatum to the inside. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And George, here we go. Something that was floated as an idea last season, the second bubble in Chicago. Britt, do you think eliminated teams deserve to finish their seasons?
I really don't, Kevin, for the sake of the matter that we're talking about people's health and the risk involved around players, their families, their extended families. If you didn't qualify, if your team wasn't good enough at the point that the season was suspended, I agree with the way the league went about the teams that were invited to compete in Orlando and to let the other teams spend the time, the most important time, with their family being safe, secure, and preparing themselves for what was next. Just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now, a very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Williams, and George drops them both. Celtics trail by 12. Outside, Walker. Brown inside, guarded by Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. George against Brown from 12 feet out. Knocked away. The Celtics have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Floats one. And the rejection by Jackson. Leonard against Tatum. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Inside, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Thompson with a nice job finding the open man, creating for his teammate.
Clippers leading by 10. Outside Leonard, and he drives in, and it's Leonard with the jam.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Walker the pass to Thompson.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
George against Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, height and length at that position for Paul George, that's problematic for a defender, and he used his size to draw the foul that time.
Throw good, Paul George.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Paul George. Now a timeout called by Boston. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Now here's Walker. And here's Thompson. And the rejection by Ibaka. There's the pass to George. Morris with a screen on Brown. George against Brown. Right side George. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
Celtics trail by 16. Brown kicks to Tatum. Now here's Thompson. Here's Brown diving in, and then Brown with the dunk.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Leonard against Tatum. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And the shot is good. Leonard's got 18 points now here in the second half.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Brown the pass to Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Jackson. Out to Morris. Takes the three. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Tice. Brown outside. No good there. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers leading by 16. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Walker with it. Pass to Tatum. Thompson sets the pick for Tatum to the middle. And Thompson throws it down.
Thompson's so good at setting the screen, recognizing space, and great timing on the roll that time.
Here's George. And it's blocked by Brown. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. Shemi Ojeleye is checked in for the Celtics. And stolen by Tatum. George against Brown. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Credit the D for being right on Brown. Ultimately, though, he's just too crafty and too confident down near the hoop.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. At one point, they led by 16. George passes to Ibaka. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Jackson. Shoots over Walker. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that defense wasn't enough on Jackson. He's clever and can shoot through that opposition.
Celtics trail by 14. Brown outside. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And really, Brown is very talented at nailing shots even while getting hit. What muscle this guy has.
What's up?
Brown no good on the free throw.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Celtics trail by 12. He gets it in there.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
1:33 left in the fourth. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Ibaka with the screen on Tatum. The 3 from George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
Now, Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
Now here's Brown. To the left wing. Outside, Walker. Thompson, a screen on Jackson. And here's Tatum for 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Clippers.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Now here's Brown. Here's Thompson. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Kawhi, you have become an elite two-way player, so how do you carry that scoring load with that defensive responsibility?
It's very difficult. Your mind's on the whole game, 48 minutes. But, my teammates get me in the groove, give me the energy to keep fighting throughout the whole 48 minutes.
Well, you did a great job of leading them tonight, man. Appreciate your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.